everyone. In the previous session, we have discussed about the rules and function of lexical analyzer. So we have three different tasks of lexical analyzer. First task is, as a lexical analyzer, read the text character by character, and it will identify the lexeme and convert the lexeme into token. Next task is, it will remove the white space character and also remove comments also. And the third task is, it will generate the error message with the row number and the column number. And the next we will discuss the next phase. The next phase is syntax analyzer. As the syntax analyzer is also called as parsing. It will take the token produced by the lexical analyzer as input and generate a parse tree. It is also called as syntax tree. So in this phase, basically token arrangements are checked against the source code. That is, the parser will check if the expression made by the token is syntactically correct or not. So syntax analyzer is going to generate a parse tree. And the third phase is the semantic analyzer. Semantic analysis checks whether the parse tree constructed by the syntax analyzer will follow the rules of language. For example, like if you have assigned some values, then the value should be must have compatible data type. And if you are adding string to an integer, and also the semantic analyzer will keep track of all the identifiers, their types and their expression, whether the identifiers are declared before use or not. So the semantic analyzer produces an annotated syntax tree as an output, and the various errors are also determined by the semantic analyzer. That is, if the variables are not declared, data type mismatch, and many others. And the next phase is the intermediate code generation. After the semantic analysis, the compiler generates an intermediate code of the source code for the target machine, and it represents a program for the abstract machine. Basically, intermediate code, it is in between the high level language and the machine level language. So intermediate code should be generated in such a way that it makes it easier to be translated into the machine level language. So for example, if you want to build a new compiler, then we do not need to build it from the starting. We can just simply take the intermediate code and then build the compiler. Next phase is your code optimization. Basically, this is the fifth phase, and it is an optional phase. In code optimization can be assumed as something that removes basically unnecessary code lines, and it will also arrange the sequence of statements so that in order to speed up the program execution without wasting any resources like CPU, memory, and many others. And the last phase is the code generation. In this phase, this is the last phase of the compiler. In this phase, the code generator takes the optimized representation of the intermediate code and map it to the target machine. And the code generator will translate the intermediate code into a sequence of relocatable machine code. So these are the different phases of compiler. The next is the symbol table. As I have already told you that symbol table is a data structure that is maintained throughout all the phases of a compiler. Like in lexical analyzer, it will store the details of all the tokens, lexeme. It will create a table and it will store all the entries in the table. The next phase is the syntax analyzer. It will store all the information related to the parse tree, like its attribute type, its attribute scope, its dimension. And in the case of semantic analysis, it will also store information like the expressions are assignment expressions are verified or not. Basically, semantic analysis will do type checking also. And in the case of intermediate code generation, it will tell what type of runtime is allocated, and in case of code optimization, it will uses information for machine dependent optimization, and in case of target code generator, it will generate the code by using the code optimization that is present in the table. And the next is the error handler. Basically, the role of error handler is to detect the error and then report it to the user and then do some recovery. So basically, you can say like error is a blank entry in the symbol table. So this is an example of so we have different phases and we have to generate the output for the given program. So we have a statement sum is equals to old sum plus rate into multiply 50. So lexical analyzer is going to generate the tokens. So sum is identifier equals to old sum is identifier plus operator. So it will generate the token identifier 1, identifier 2 plus identifier 3 into identifier 4. So lexical analyzer is going to generate the token. Next phase is syntax analyzer. Syntax analyzer is going to generate a parse tree. It will generate a parse tree like this. Next phase is semantic analyzer. Semantic analyzer will check whether it is semantically correct or not. So in the next phase, intermediate code generator, it will generate the 3-address code. For example, there is a conversion into or real. It will first store into the temporary variable, then it will store identifier 3 into 50 will store in the next temporary variable, and in the id 2 identifier 2 into temp2 will store in the next temporary variable. Next temporary is going to assign into the identifier. So this is the 3-address code, and the code optimization will optimize the code which are the unnecessary code. It will remove the unnecessary code, and next at the end it will generate the code target code, that is the machine code. Thank you.